get that nose up. There you go. Welcome to the shop. Got the FMS Ranger V2, the 1.2 version. Had several Rangers. The first version, this one. Made a ton of videos on this from either just fun stuff to do with this one, training exercises, basic 101 stuff, because I think this is one of the better trainers out there for a lot of reasons. But it's not perfect. And that's what this video is about. What would I change on this? What have I changed on that? And go over some of those details. So for example, what about if you prop it up? Put a different prop on it. More efficient prop. Is that good, bad? What do the amps look like? Are you going to blow up the ESC? What's going to happen? This landing gear here, it's fantastic. I love it. It's one of the big selling features of this plane. And it works great on hard surface. But on grass or big gravel, it tucks under and you kind of smash your prop. There's some fixes that I have figured out that I want to share with you. So stick around. We're going to go over several things that I would recommend on this plane. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I put links to everything I'm using. All the stuff is in the description below. Appreciate it. Stick around. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the landing gear on the Ranger. So we love that spring. Works great unless you're flying on grass, and then it's a big problem. Here I have two options. One option is I drilled a 1/4 inch hole in the bottom here of the landing gear and then filled it with hot glue. Let the hot glue cure and it is significantly stiffer. Make sure you really fill it up. I mean, you got to have hot glue down the whole thing. It's going to add some extra nose weight. Could be a problem, but it's an option. Another option is this. I haven't glued these in so I can show you what it looks like, but you can remove the spring. The spring will twist out of these parts. And then here I have 12 millimeter PVC pipe that I don't know where I got it. I just had it in the shop and it actually fit perfectly. And you epoxy that into place. Make sure that this piece up on top keys perfectly with the wheel. Otherwise, when you put it in, you're going to have a serious problem. There is one other option, and that is using like a Gorilla Tape and just putting a bunch of tape around this area here, get it nice and tight. That will stiffen it also. But again, that's going to be probably a temporary fix. But it will work if you're flying on grass. Anyway, that's just one thing that you can do to the Ranger landing gear to upgrade it. I do want to mention that when you do this, there is no flex whatsoever. So that means if you have a hard nose-in impact, these pieces could break. There is no give at all. So just keep that in mind on your landings. If you nose it in, you're going to smash this up pretty bad. So just a word of caution on that. Another nice upgrade is upgrading the prop. It's a 10.5 prop. It works fine. But there are other props out there. Like for example, these Zor Gemfan nylon props. Very well made, a little bit more efficient. Let's go through, put this on the watt meter, and we'll run some speed tests and see what are the differences between the 10.5 stock and the 10.5 Zor. Stick around. First, let me say I am not a scientist. So, look, I put a watt meter on it, put a fishing scale to it, and I put a speedometer in it to test it out. Went through the test a couple times, always with a brand new fresh battery to get some consistency. And let me show you what those results look like between those two props. Here are the stats of the information from stock as well as the Zor, watts, amps, force, and then speed. Level flight with my GPS speedometer. The wing strut is another area that I think needs a little attention from the pilot. On occasion, I've had these pull out in flight, doing some aggressive maneuvers, and that happened. Also, keep in mind these plastic pieces, the one in the wing and this one here, check them every once in a while because they will get loose and you'll have to re-glue them. But to prevent that from coming out, I actually drilled a very small hole and I use a screw and I just get that screw right in there. It's hard to do with one hand. I'm not going to end up doing it, but I screw this in, just so that little button, I don't screw it in all the way, but enough that it prevents this from pulling out. Just a quick, simple upgrade that might help some issues. Now, if you have to take off the wing all the time, this becomes a pain in the rear. But just another thing to upgrade your Ranger. Here's what that looks like when the screw's in place. And now this can't come out. One thing you might want to do, and that is increase the size of the airflow in by the ESC. Now you can take apart as much of this little scoop as you want, but it is definitely helpful to keep your ESC happy in the long run. Just a little bit more airflow can't hurt. Make it as tidy as you need to or want to. I'm going to work on this a little bit and get it perfect. Heck, I might even take out a little bit more and then curve that in and such. Stand by, let me show you what I do. Combination of a little knife and a little rat tail file to kind of make it look halfway better. I don't know if that's the right term or not, but anyway, it's important. Maybe a little extra airflow in the ESC area, make your ESC last a little bit longer and be a little happier. I can't tell you what an amazing upgrade floats are. Buy this plane. If you haven't bought this plane yet, buy it with floats. You'll save a bunch of money. If you have to buy it afterwards, it's like 50-something bucks. However, and I've done a video on the whole assembly, installing it, flying them. I've done a lot of videos with these floats. They are a blast. On snow, water, doesn't matter. Great. It is absolutely something you have to do to this Ranger. And get those floats. You will love the plane even more. Welcome back. Let's talk about a couple things. Number one, the most common question I get, pretty common question I get of people about this Ranger is, will it do grass ops? Will it take off from grass? And that depends. If it's a well-manicured flying field with grass, then yeah, probably be fine without any modifications at all. However, if it's slightly tall, this is going to be a problem. That hot glue method, as you saw, it worked. And it does work well. Fill that spring up with hot glue. It'll have a little bend, but not enough to cause too much of an issue. Adds a little weight. Keep that in mind. Might be a little more nose heavy. But it does work well. I did not test the PVC method, but my concern is, well, it's going to work fine. The concern is that if you bash in that nose wheel, it's going to be like any other plane that bashes in a nose wheel. Something's going to break. The wing strut situation, that's a safety thing. Not a safety thing, but just I've ripped wings off Rangers before. Now, that was a previous version. This one, the newer version, has carbon fiber spar. If you got that old wing, you might want to embed a carbon fiber slat or strip in there. Just give it a little more rigidity. The prop, keep in mind that this prop, the Zor Gem Fan 10.5, link in the description below for these things, much more efficient, a little more speed, a lot more thrust. On the up climb, it was bigger. I could do much bigger loops, but there's a trade-off, right? It's drawing more amps, watts, heat, pushing that 20 amp ESC a little bit. I'm going to keep it on and just modulate, and obviously, I've got a big gaping hole in the front for a lot more airflow than what was on there before. One of the most fun upgrades you can make, get those floats. I'm telling you, if you don't have this plane, buy the plane with floats. If you have bought the plane, spend the 50 bucks. I know it seems like a lot. Use it in the snow, use it on water. It is a blast and a lot of fun. Anyway, just thought I'd share some of those things with you. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. If you have made some upgrades to your Ranger that I didn't cover, I'd love to hear about it, and I think everybody else would too. So anyway, appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all the cool stuff. Makes me feel good about doing these videos. Have a good one. See ya.